Hey guys, Squid here. I just faced a long battle with Premiere Pro and unfortunately he won. What that means is that I had already edited this first part of the video that I'm going to show you now, but unfortunately I couldn't render it, so you guys will have to hear the unedited conversation me, Bishmii and Arrtz had. So the sound will be off in a little bit of those moments because I couldn't balance it properly while recording. That said, I hope it doesn't deter you too much from enjoying the video. So this is a long one. It will be a two-part video. I cut it around the middle of the recording so you guys don't have to watch it all at once, and since these episodes will be very long, if you don't have the spare time, feel free to just watch it bit by bit. I still think you can enjoy it that way. That said, enjoy the rest of the video. In 3, 2, 1.
Salutations, it's Squid here.
You really just
No?
ruined my intro. White.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Calamari, salutations, everyone. Back at it again with change it.
Calamari, salutations everyone. Squid here, bringing you the... What's the show? Oh my god, I forgot the show's name.
Clean sweep,
This is,
bro. It's not even my show, and I know it, bro.
It's
Yeah.
a clean
Right?
sweep. Back at
Clean
it again
sweep.
with the broom.
Alright. Take 3.
Shaking my head.
Calamari, salutations everyone. Squid here, bringing you another episode of the Clean Sweep, the show about the YCL that's even better than repeat ball recaps.
What the hell? What the... Hey, I didn't know that's what you meant. You said you were gonna be throwing some pokes. Go ahead, bro. Do you? I'm not gonna throw shade on your own show. This is just
No,
you can say whatever
I'm just
you
kidding,
want, bro.
Arrtz. I'm just
You
kidding.
can do and say whatever you want.
Nah. I just wanted to see your reaction.
Bro, is that pea? What is that? Art's favorite food. What is that?
It's toxic
You know what
honey.
Art's favorite food is.
Oh, toxic honey. I thought it was pea.
Nah, so as you've noticed already, I'm joined by two guests this week. Say hello to Bishmii.
Oh, bow, Calamari, salutations, everyone. Back at it again with another video on Squid's channel. Glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And also Arrtz. Say hello, Arrtz.
Hello.
What the heck?
Just that? Nothing more?
You said say hello.
Alright, so we're gonna roll with that, I guess.
Hey, yo, Squid, I just want to say I really like what you put together here, bro. This is actually pretty funny. List of teams who really tried not to win. That's hilarious. I'm not going to lie.
Yo, wait, but where the Rustboro City rejects on that?
That's crazy. That's not nothing.
I didn't want to throw shade at everyone on the league, so
At the same time,
I have to. Alright, so Arrtz and Bishmii will help me out this week to do the review from last week's battles and to also make the pick'ems here on video. So without further ado, we'll get to that first match.
Hey.
And right off the bat, we're going to get to the teams that really didn't want to win. Yeah, so first clip I'm going to show you guys is this clip of the Rhyperior hitting the Jellicent and then getting Cursed Body. So what you guys want to say about that?
First of all, I just want to say that I never realized actually till recently how good Well, I always knew Jellicent was pretty good, but me personally, I feel like that Cursed Body ability, I swear they gave it a buff that they didn't turn one. That no, I'm being dead serious. Because I never really knew Cursed Body was so reliable. It seems like almost every turn, or at least every other turn, whatever move you click is gonna get Cursed Body. So
yeah.
To be honest, I think so if you haven't seen the battle, I recommend that you don't. That's number one. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into too much because I want Bishmii to say his thoughts on the battle. But yeah, it was a crazy battle.
All you gotta say is why the land battle go to timer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you have the actual time of the battle?
Yes, it's an hour.
Yeah, it's about which is freaking insane.
Because animations don't count the timer.
Right, an hour battle. So I mean, if you have the time, go ahead and watch it. I personally, I don't want to say I don't enjoy the battle because I always enjoy battles regardless if it's stall or not. And to me, it was interesting seeing Bishmii try to break through the stall, so I kind of did enjoy the battle. But yeah, like he said, Jellicent was a monster in this battle.
Yes.
And it really gave Bishmii a lot of trouble. So, wait, I'm looking at
the teams.
These are the the teams are wrong.
These are the rosters.
Okay, so yeah, like
up.
I was saying,
I messed up.
Nah, it's good. The Jellicent gave Bishmii a lot of problems, and like we said, it almost succeeded in stalling him out. The only thing, which is the problem with many stall teams, sometimes the stall team itself just doesn't have enough offense to get the job done. And Bishmii was able to play around it, and there we go. Bishmii was able to play around it and end up victorious, as you can see by the 2-1. He basically stalled himself. Let me say that. Because there was a point in time where it was like, there was no way he could win unless Jellicent like really curse bodied everything and then just made things struggle to death. But other than that, in my opinion, there was really no way he could win. So after a while, Bishmii, what's your thought on the battle? There's not really too much in my opinion to say on this battle except he tried to stall Bishmii and Bishmii was able to survive. It was crazy. It was a crazy battle.
On the battle, I would just say, like, looking at the teams, like, just think about, who could break. On my opponent's team, you have Arrtz and Victini, and on my team, it's really Darmanitan, Bolton, and I had Rhyperior very offensive this week, but, I mean, I kind of let him go down. But other than that, it was mainly, like, two very wally teams against each other, and just looking forward, like, who's gonna break the other team first. And
a quick question, while you was prepping, did you intend to make your team really wally?
No, I just wanted to, I guess so. I was gonna say I wanted to cancel out what he could do while also running my offense, which I guess is just like
but I gotta say that you really did under prep for that Jellicent.
Yes, I did under prep for Jellicent.
Which is crazy considering he bought Lantern and Bolton.
I did not expect the Strength Sap Recover Hex Will-O-Wisp set.
I think I really did get almost wrecked by a Jellicent one, so I kinda expected Jellicent to do stuff like that, but I think the biggest mistake you did was not bringing Thunderfang.
Yes.
Thunderfang actually kind of goes stupid against his team, obviously barring the Dredigan and the Ferrothorn, but other than that, Thunderfang does put in work. I mean, but to be honest, looking at Cherry Mancake's team, you could honestly expect him to bring stall most of the time because his roster, because no spoilers, he is my opponent this week, and I was looking at his roster, I was like, and especially after seeing what he did to Bishmii, like, I'm kind of expecting him to maybe do the same thing. So
it's the play style of the teams, so you kind of have to expect it.
Right.
But
yeah, so like I would. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, so yeah, like I said, you got looking at his team, you definitely should have expected stall, and Jellicent, especially Jellicent, Clefable, and Ferrothorn. Like, from your point of view, you definitely have great answers, especially to Jellicent. Like I said, you bought the Bolton and the Lantern, so it was surprising that you wasn't prepared. Because I mean, like, just looking at the 6 here, I'll look at the Jellicent and be like, oh yeah, Jellicent is probably going to struggle in this matchup against a Bolton and a Lantern, but the Jellicent actually did what it wanted to do against you pretty comfortably.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, from the point onwards that you didn't have the Thunderfang, I think you pretty much only break through the Jellicent is a Fire Lash defense drop. And you actually kind of misplayed the Sentiscorch.
Yes.
Because gotta say that
we got
Scorch
footage.
lived a lot
Kept the
longer than
receipts.
it should have. So here's it is in front of the Ferrothorn, all right, and it's gonna coil up, and then the Druddigon will come in, and it's gonna miss a rock slide.
Which was
Yes.
really lucky. Which was really,
Then-
really lucky.
Then it went Matrix and dodged the Lich Seed also.
Yeah, this bug is hard to hit. I wanna say though, you know, that just the luck was in both favors, because you know that turn 1 curse body, you know, that set a big tone for the battle, along with Scorch dodging twice, where like you said, I definitely misplayed it to a point where it could have died and not have done as much as it did in the battle.
I just wanted to say that at this point on the clip, you really tried to sack the Scorch, but you didn't to kill it.
He wouldn't let it die. He wouldn't let it die. I wanted something to go down so I could bring in Bolton and then like start putting in work again, you know?
And what about this turn where he misses the Bolt Strike again, a miss on the Scorch, and
On
then the
the
Archeops
Scorch.
just comes in to die.
Yeah, the Scorch was not trying to go down. Like,
That Scorch really tried
That's
to carry.
definitely wait. Scorch kind of looks like MVP of the week, high key now. Oh my god, I forgot. he did
bobbing
all
and
that.
weaving, bro. Bobbing and weaving. He's like, I'm not going down.
Hey, so like you said though, we got the 2-1 victory for the Devils. Yo, Cherry Man Cake, I'm telling you right now, if you try this BS versus me, I'm quitting the battle. I know that's frowned upon. I will take the 6-0. I'm saying it right now. I will take the 6-0, bro. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not that my battle's not going to timer, because I'm gonna pull up and do what I do. I got some heat for you. I will say that. No spoilers, but I do got some heat for you, bro.
All right, so there's some more clips of the battle, like
Oh, no.
this wish here. So he wishes, all right. So you think he's gonna pass it to someone, nah. But then Bishmii comes in with the Darmanitan and just earthquake. And where's the wish, bro? Where's the wish?
Yeah, I feel like that was an easy switch into Jellicent after seeing that Rhyperior was banded, obviously, and Jellicent even lived that. So, like, I'm pretty sure it would have lived the earthquake from Darmanitan, being that it's a band also, and it's not stabbed, so
It's
it
not
would have done
stabbed.
Yes.
definitely less.
Yes. That's why I think he
Yeah.
should have switched to
Good
the
point, good
Jellicent at
point.
that point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So anything to add upon this one?
Just that this was
Yeah,
the first time that I had to play like a stall in the way that I did, and it was although the battle was like very long, it was fun like trying to dissect the battle.
Right.
To
And I
the
just
least.
want to throw in that I never doubted Bishmii for a second
Because he's the greatest battler ever, right?
of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna move on into a battle that you guys said that you
Oh, now
really
this
want
guy.
to talk about.
This guy.
And for a start, I'm just gonna roll the first clip, and it's basically Cramorant in front of the Politoed.
Hold up. Don't roll this first clip. Do not roll the first clip yet. Because I just want to talk about things that was said before the battle started.
Alright,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Alright.
So,
the battle.
my friend, coach of
Empire
the
Sharky. Empire
Empire
Sharky.
Sharky. Yes, my dude. I remember watching
did
your
he
battle
say?
because actually he said that this team had. He said first of all, I don't know how this is possible, but apparently the Cold Summer Assassins is mono weak to
It's a
water.
mono weak.
Is
team.
mono weak to water, so I guess it has no other weaknesses. That's number one. So it's mono weak to water.
Yes.
But even if it was mono weak to water, he refused to click a water
Click
move.
a water attack.
Nor did he bring much water moves on his entire team, and I was puzzled. So if Sharky was here, we would like to ask why, Sharky. Why? Roll that first clip.
All right, so the first clip is actually the Cramorant going Hurricane.
Mono weak to water.
Mono weak to water, yeah. So there goes the Hurricane, and it does this damage on
That was sick.
this Cavalier.
That was sick. Yes.
So-
So,
What's
go
the
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's the first thought that comes to your mind when you see that damage?
The first thought is that definitely that thing is specs, without a doubt.
Exactly.
100% spec.
Exactly. That's my first thought. Also.
Yeah, I don't know. If you see a Cramorant coming out attacking like that, I'ma just be like, yeah, he put a spec on it and say and ask who was switching in on it.
That's a good. But I mean, if you look at the very next play, he did the right thing though. Sharky went out to Zapdos. Now I don't remember this battle play by play.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to talk about specifically? Squid?
My second clip is actually the time where the Barraskewda comes in.
Well,
Okay,
I
go
have
ahead.
a couple things to say about the Zapdos. I like how he fainted Sosa out, or at least he tried to. He was like, man, this thing ain't living the electric type attack, and Sosa was like, nah, I don't care. I'm gonna click Hurricane again, and then
I mean,
like that was just crazy.
Yeah, but the
On the
Zapdos
Zapdos?
didn't have the electric attack.
Yeah, the Zapdos
Right.
didn't have an electric attack,
which
and
was
it
very
didn't
weak for me.
have Weather Ball, a water type attack against a mono water team.
I guess a team.
I mean, mono weak team, mono water weak
So-
team.
Okay, so I know we're poking fun, but like our thing is like if he said the team, especially looking at Sharky's team, if that was his thought process going into the battle, whether it's true or not, why didn't he bring a lot more water?
didn't
You
he
get what we're saying,
force it?
Squid?
Why didn't
Right.
he drown Sosa?
No, I get
He
what,
went
I get
into
what
the
you're
battle-
saying. I get what you're
He
saying.
went
It
into the
makes
battle
sense.
saying
If
that
you-
Sosa was
if you go
extremely
with
weak to water. Right.
if you go with a certain mindset into the battle, when you apply your plan in battle, you gotta stick to the plan.
Right. But at the end of the day, he still won. If I remember correctly, I don't know how far. I don't know what other clips you have.
No.
But if I remember-
We're gonna go through the trick room first. All right.
Okay.
So here is the Barraskewda sitting in front
Alright,
of
wait.
the Jirachi.
Who switched in on a liquidation?
Oh, thank you, Squid. Thank you for putting this in here. Thank you for putting this in here. I remember watching the battle with Bishmii. We had no idea why this was a trick room. Why Jirachi had trick room. Do you have any insight to why, or any reasons why you could validate him putting trick room with this Jirachi? Because I really don't know why he had trick room at all.
You could argue that rain teams are super fast, and you want to try to attack first.
Slow them down.
In some way.
Okay, I see what you're
And
saying.
the reason I highlighted this clip is because Trick Room doesn't always work against Sharky's team because he has this Cavalier, and this Cavalier will stop Trick Room in its tracks. And that's what happened in
That
this
is
play.
true.
He managed to pivot out into this Cavalier, and this Cavalier, which by the way was almost dead, managed to attack once more and even remove the band from the reboot.
Yeah, and
That's
that
some
was
great
pretty
analysis.
big.
Squid. Like I didn't think like during the battle, I was like, why? I don't know why Sosa had trick room, but I didn't even factor in the fact that how Escavalier benefits from the trick room, as well as Morgan. Morgan could go pretty solid. It's pretty solid in trick room as well. I mean, it has prankster, so it could do what it want to do regardless. So I mean, trick room. Watching the battle to begin with, I thought trick room kind of hindered Sosa so what, but you did put some good logic behind it, so I could see why he would bring it now. But yeah, I didn't really like the trick room on the Jirachi too much. I felt like he could have used Jirachi in another way to probably make it more useful than trick room, but I could see why he went trick room now.
In his defense, I think he thought the Barraskewda would stay in. That's why he tricked Room at that turn.
The thing is,
Okay.
liquidation would have killed Jirachi.
Yes, I
What
don't
up?
think he expected
just
the
didn't
bandit
click more?
damage.
Yeah.
I got another question. Who switched in on a bandit liquidation?
Mono weak to water.
And especially if he clicked it twice.
Exactly.
Come on.
Maybe the
Come on,
CGY. I don't know. I didn't calculate.
Hey, look, a banded Barraskewda in the rain. I don't even think Decidueye is taken that well. Now, I know Decidueye has some natural bulk, but it's not a tank. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it could take one. I don't think it's taken two.
And then also he had like the perfect counter to Decidueye, which was the Excavalier, which, like you said, was almost dead. But I feel like, it would have been able to switch in on at least one hit to even start applying pressure. Oh, yikes.
All right, so I'm just
true.
gonna run the third clip, and this one
Roll the
to me
clip.
was a little bit a misstep on Souza's side, where
Yeah, get used to that.
where he sticky webs first here.
Yikes.
Then later in the battle, he's going to set up the stealth rock. And the thing is, Zapdos was still on the enemy side, so Zapdos could be a defogger, and in fact in this battle it was a defogger. So later down the line, Sharky is able to defog both the webs and the rocks away. So I wanted to get your thoughts on the webs and...
Now, okay, I'm glad I seen that, because I believe, now this is going back to the Jirachi, which actually just takes the field. I think that's what confused me most about the Trick Room Jirachi, because I'm like, he ran Trick Room on Jirachi and then webs on Slurpuff, which actually naturally is counterintuitive. But I guess in the rain, because I mean, if you think about it, well, no, Barraskewda has Swift Swim as well, but I mean, Barraskewda naturally outspeeds things, so he wouldn't even need this. Look at Sosa's team as opposition to Barraskewda. Barraskewda still naturally outspeeds everything by a lot on that team.
And in the rain, the webs won't save you from underspeeding.
No. No.
So that was so when it comes to Sosa's part, I just think that he probably went a little bit too. He prepped too much for a specific thing, and it kind of. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna say that costed him the battle, because I'm not sure when this clip comes up, but I'm pretty sure.
So you want to see
at least
the end
amongst me and
of the
Bishmii.
battle, right?
Right. There's a consensus of what
here's the end
actually
of the
cost
battle.
Sosa the battle. Right.
So here is the crunch on the Decidueye. Then
Yes.
Sharky makes a weird decision once again. He decides to sack the Barraskewda.
Yeah.
What you guys saying about that? Or are we just gonna hit the mono weak to water?
I mean, no. So he could. I mean, at this point, I guess he personally felt like he won the battle regardless. He probably didn't mind losing Barraskewda there because he felt like it probably didn't hinder him if he did lose it. But I mean, something that strong, you never want to just play that loosely with it. But I mean, okay, yeah. So for example, he felt like, he still had the Morgrim to deal with Urshifu and the Ludicolo to deal with the Cramorant. So he probably felt like it was a win-win for him regardless.
All right.
So that's probably why he sacked the Barraskewda, in my opinion.
To be fair, I don't.
Because so
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, so looking at not Bishmii. Sosa had the Urshifu and the Cramorant left, while Sharky had Barraskewda,
Ludicolo and
Morgrim. So if you saying it wasn't smart for him to sack the Barraskewda, what do you think was the optimal play there?
Probably sacking the Ludicolo.
You think Ludicolo was the least valuable? I mean, in his case, it's either or. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's either or, because I mean, both of them get switched from him, so they both outspeeded things regardless. Now,
but Barraskewda
maybe
hits harder naturally.
It does hit harder, and now that I think about it, he was taking a chance because Ludicolo was extremely low on health, if I've seen that correctly. So probably, let's say the Urshifu was Sucker Punch. Barraskewda, I'm not sure if it does live, but it does have a better probability of probably living the Sucker Punch than if a Ludicolo was at that low health. But I mean, at the same time, then to me, at that point, he really it didn't matter, because I mean, against an Urshifu, he could always just switch in. If he feared a Sucker Punch, he could just always switch into Morgrim. So I mean, I get what Squid is saying, but to me, I think you could argue why he probably didn't care about It was definitely either Ludicolo or Barraskewda, and he chose Barraskewda, I guess.
And then also Barraskewda didn't have a way to hit Cramorant super effectively, although
it was low though.
Yeah, because
it got crunched before.
Yeah, because he crunched it with Barraskewda. And seeing that crunch damage, you could argue that Liquidation might have done even more being stabbed and in the rain. It might have even killed.
Nah, because it's a resisted hit, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was resisted, but it also had, like, the boost. Like, rain boosted it by 2.
Power is 85, right?
Yeah, and crunches
85.
is
80. Yeah, I think that... Thinking a little bit more on that, I think that was the optimal play, actually.
But now I want to say I definitely think Sosa lost because Urshifu got paralyzed, and after seeing that last clip
so as well,
where even though Urshifu was paralyzed, it was still faster than the Morgarim. So I feel he would have went for close combat and then close combat again. Now Urshifu would have been at pretty good health to deal with the Ludicolo, because it wouldn't have gotten Dazzling Gleam. But I mean, it's the game we play.
That is true.
But he was paralyzed, but he still attacked.
No, on the turn that Morgrim came in, he got paralyzed, and he didn't get
Sosa got hacked. Sosa got hacked. Yeah, Sosa got hacked that turn.
Okay,
so I mean that definitely played a huge part in the battle. I honestly think I think Sosa would have won if he didn't get paralyzed. But like he says, the game we play, we're not gonna take that. We've all won games based off of hacks.
Based off of hacks, yeah.
You gotta take it. You got to just take it on the chin sometimes. So I mean, shout out to the Sixth Streets the Vipers for taking that W, bro. Yeah. I didn't expect Sosa to win anyway. But, yeah.
No. I get what Arrtz is saying. Sosa's matchup this week was terrible.
Was tough. Yes.
Was really tough.
Was a mono weak. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was mono weak to water against a rain team.
All right.
He never had a chance. He never had a chance.
It doesn't look good for the Nickets.
So, we're gonna go ahead into a battle that hasn't occurred yet. It's the Miami Heatmore and the Austin Taurus. By the way, it's probably happening in a few hours from this recording. So, who do you guys think is gonna win?
Hey, I just want to say this. I have been I'm extremely quick to say someone is trash. Extremely quick to say someone is trash. And it's because I mean it. When I seen the Austin Toros play, I'm like, this dude is a threat. Like, this dude is actually really good at the game. And then, this was before I knew he was the Season 1 champion. And then afterwards, I heard he was the Season 1 champion. I'm like, this dude is a problem. So, Aldra's pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie, Aldra's pretty good. I believe, what's his record? 2-1.
He's 1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
He's 1-1. He could easily be 2-0 if Garchomp didn't fold in his last battle, and he would have just hit the amount of necessary scale shots. But I'm just gonna have to I actually, not that I fear him, but I look at this dude, I'm like, all right, this dude's a threat. So I'm gonna have to go with the Toros on this one.
And it's not just that; it's the team he has. It's great.
Yeah, his team is also pretty nice.
Yes. But enough of a battle that hasn't occurred yet. We'll go ahead and talk about a familiar battle to Arrtz.
All right, first of all, I just want to say shout out to Sven. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
Sven. Yes, Sven. And the 3 Electrons, I just want to say they also have another scary team. And I honestly don't see them losing another game. Obviously, they only lost to Bishmii because he's the GOAT. But besides that, I don't this team on paper is crazy. They got the Landorus. They got that Shield Force Landorus with Life Orb is a freaking beast. They got Cinderace. Komodo. Okay, so it's so funny because I always go to my mentor Bishmii, and
we did prep for this. Yes,
right. We did. I was sitting in the lab with Bishmii, my mentor, and right before the battle, it was our last battle before we actually did the real battle against the Electrons, and I'm like, yo, bro, I have nothing to switch into against this Komodo. Komodo was actually for prep. I realized in prep, I prepped so much for Cinderace and Landorus especially, and like Cinderace and Landorus especially. Then I also took into account Seismitoad, Slowbro. I took into account his two hardest hitters, and then his two biggest walls, and I totally just disregarded the Komodo and prep. And so right before I battle, I'm like, yo, Bishmii, this Komodo is actually a threat. And sure as hell, in the battle, the Komodo was the bane of my existence. So
But
he played it extremely well.
The reason why the Komodo worked so well wasn't because of the way he played it in battle, was because of the way you prepped for the battle. And I'm gonna
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Clip, and the first clip is just Sven setting up the toxic spikes on your side
okay.
of the field.
No Johns, but Johns. I just want to say, yes, I totally disregarded my game plan too in the battle, because unfortunately, as I was trying to originally stream the battle, first of all, we disconnected the LAN. Yeah. And then but to be honest, after the LAN disconnect was when I actually started focusing on the battle. Sliggle was actually my dedicated wall for Landorus. But during the battle, I was having major recorded issues, and unfortunately, I didn't get to record this battle. I actually had to reset my whole computer. So I was having major trouble with my computer for this battle, and I totally disregarded my game plan. And I was just I played terrible before the disconnect, which allowed Komodo to get behind the sub. I was just no Johns, but Johns. It's Johns, but no Johns.
Yeah, John Johnson.
Yeah, John Johnson. I'm sorry, but I told, like, before the disconnect, I admit that I was playing really, really bad. And then after the disconnect, I was like, screw the recording issues. Let me focus on this battle, because now I'm in a predicament. When this Komodo was behind his sub, I'm like, all right, now I'm in some, excuse my language, I'm like, all right, now I'm in some deep shit. So let me focus on the battle and try. Yes, there we go, right there. There's a disconnect. And then after the disconnect, I was like, all right, let me try to focus on the battle. And I think afterwards I started playing a little bit better, but it was already too late. It was already too late. Kind of.
Yeah, but the point I was making is you didn't bring removal this week.
Removal as in you're saying hazards.
Yes.
That's true. Removal. That is true.
So he could all of the time just lead Vespiquen, set up the toxic spikes, and the toxic spikes synergize so well with the set of the Komodo, because he can just sub and you're taking damage, free damage. He subs,
that's beautiful prep on Sven's. Yeah, that's beautiful.
He Arrtz defenses, and you're just taking residual damage while he's setting up.
And you've got nothing for great point. He made a great point. When I was talking to him in DMs, he could have easily, what was it, 5-0'd or 4-0'd me? Let me see how many Monty. I think it was a 4-0. He could have easily 4-0'd me in this battle. Because I literally, at this point, like I said, once the Komodo was behind the sub, I was basically in scramble mode. So I was making plays to do damage control. So when I went out on the Glairly against the Komodo, I wasn't even positive if we could kill it. Because we didn't have Ice Beam, we didn't have Blizzard, we have Freeze Drive for the Seismitoad. So I was pretty positive we probably wasn't gonna kill.
But I gotta say, props to Sven for switching out that turn. I would have attacked.
Right, if he would have attacked, he played it extremely safe, which I mean was good for him. It secured him the battle. But if he would have just stayed in, like you would have, he could have 4-0'd me, or however many mods he had left. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure I couldn't have killed. I was just playing it like I went Glalie specifically to hopefully scare him out, and the scare tactic worked. So I mean, he did make a valid point though. He could have 4-0'd me, because I mean, as looking at the calcs, Freeze Drive was only doing like
80.
I think it was doing 80, just above 85. Half or something like that. Right. No, not even, because he was a extremely bulky Komodo. Okay. So we wasn't even doing that much.
But he did calc the Blizzard on live battle, and the Blizzard was killing, so that's why he switched it out.
Yeah. So like I said, he played it extremely safe, and he had no reason not to. Yes, you get what I'm saying? He always had the Eviolite
control of the battles. So.
Right. He was in control. He had the Eviolite
Pawnyard.
Not Bisharp, Pawnyard. Yeah, so it could take the hit. So I mean, like, yeah, great. Shout out to the Electrons. They definitely out prepped me this week. So shout out to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to
Go
talk
ahead,
about
Bishmii.
the hazard removal. Arrtz's team, the only thing he could do for hazard removal is defog on Crobat. In prep, I was saying, man, you should definitely bring it, but it didn't look too good in the matchup base when you have, what is it, Seismitoad, Como,
Crobat always looks good, bro. Did you not see what Crobat did week 1 or week 2? Crobat would have went stupid in this battle, but I mean, I liked. Go ahead.
I could argue that Crobat would actually beat good speed control against both the Cinderace and the Landorus.
Crobat would have went stupid in this battle, but we like to switch it up here and there. I don't want to be someone so dependent when I'm predictable. So we mix up with the ones and twos. So I mean, it is what it is. We took the L this week. We lived. We learned. We'll bounce back next week. Except if we get installed, because then I'm quitting and getting the 6-0 on my record. So, yeah.
Gotta say that he did make a little bit of a mistake. So.
Okay, that's one thing I want to say. In both of my battles, these slow bros keep cooking Future Sight. Why? I don't understand. Against my first opponent, he clicked Future Sight. I'm like, bro, you could have been putting a lot more pressure on me if you just click Psychic. And now against Ven, I don't understand. I never knew Future Sight was this popular. I never knew it.
Against no dark types, it can be. But you did have the Glade, so...
I keep cooking Future Sight. Yeah, do me the favor, please.
Alright. So, do you guys have anything more to add to this battle?
Yeah, just bring Crobat next time. That's the MVP. Watch out.
Yeah, he just might be the MVP. But no, on all realness, shout out to Sven, man. He did amazing with the prep. I really liked what he did this week.
Alright, I liked it too. So we're gonna move on to the next battle.
I always like seeing Arrtz lose.
It doesn't happen often, right? So it's like you just gotta take them while you can.
You're just like, wow, like that really happened.
Yeah, it's a big surprise. Arrtz losing. Wow. So we're gonna move on into a very interesting battle in my book. And it's the Cerulean City Mewtwo and the Nashville Nidokings. So
I just recently watched this one too.
Without me rolling any clips, what do you see on the Cerulean City Mewtwo side, and what don't you see on the Nidoking side?
Pick me.
Yes, go ahead, Bishmii.
I see that Dracovish, and what I don't see,
I see a water absorber.
No water absorber.
Am I white?
Yes, you are correct.
Did we win?
So
let's go.
So how do you think this battle is going to play out?
How much I get?
You know what? I understand that logic, but at the same time, Azumarill is bulky as heck. So he should be okay, right? No? No? He's not okay?
Who's looking in on a bandit fishes run? And not taking at least...
To be honest, let's be honest though.
Yes.
I could see... Okay, so he has 4 resists to Fish's Run. Now, we know how strong Fish's Run is. The only one out of his resists that I wouldn't expect to take it well is Crawdaunt, because Crawdaunt is frail. But Amoonguss is hella bulky. Azumarill is hella bulky. We're speaking in terms of Fish's Run.
Yes.
And a Violet like Shelgon should be able to tank it as well. So what happens, Squid?
They don't take 2 of them. That's what
they
happens.
don't take 2 because
you don't think it takes 2?
If you're faster, it does double damage.
It's 160. No, is it 160 or 170?
170.
170. That
plus strong jaw.
Yes.
Bandit. Imagine who's saying in on that.
Yeah, but we'll get to the Dracovish a little bit later on the battle.
I gotta put some respect on his name.
We'll just go first on this part of the battle where the Arcanine comes in, and then Brave's switching was the Landorus. So Arcanine is sitting in front of you. You have those 6. Who do you pick to switch in on the Arcanine?
Who do I pick to switch in on the Arcanine?
Yes.
I would pick Landorus.
Landorus? Really?
Probably
I'll pick
Marowak.
Landorus because of the Intimidate.
Probably Marowak, because I don't think Arcanine gets like a ground move. He gets Crunch, but Crunch doesn't look
Landorus, outside Landorus or Shelgon?
I would have sent
Hey, let's
Marowak
go.
also.
Lander Risk. No, why?
Because
You got burned.
at this point of the battle, you don't know if the Arcanine is offensive or defensive. All right.
This
So
is
if
true.
it's offensive, it's probably gonna Flare Blitz. If it's defensive, it's
South
probably gonna Will-O-Wisp. So
Willow.
Yo, Southside. bro.
Marowak
We both
switches
thinking
in on
Landers,
both
bro.
of those.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Southside. Listen, I'm saying Landorus because, like I said, we get the Intimidate off. Marowak is clearly an offensive threat. So me personally, I'll be thinking to myself, not only is Marowak one of my offensive threat, is also pretty slow. So he has, I mean, doesn't what's this thing called? Arcanine. It gets things like not Earthquake. What's the other one?
Scorching Sands.
High horse? Oh.
No, it does get a ground move if I'm not mistaken.
Scorching
It gets Scorching
Sands.
Sand? I didn't even know
It's
that.
the only
No,
one.
Yes,
but
it
I'm
gets-
talking about the physical side. I'm
Bulldoze.
talking about the
It gets
physical side.
Bulldoze, but
Bulldoze.
it doesn't matter
Right.
because
So I'm like,
Marowak
we
is
don't want
already
that thing-
slower.
Right. But I mean, like, it's still super effective ground move. So I'm like, me personally,
I've used
I'll
Arcanine
I'll
in a
switch it.
league, and I've used Bulldoze, I think, only once.
okay, I understand that logic,
I would-
but I don't know.
say-
I don't fault him. Okay, let me say I don't fault him. If I was Southside, I would probably go Landers too. Let me say that.
I would say that Marowak doesn't look too good in the matchup. Seeing Milotic, Dracovish, and like a Mew, you don't know what's it gonna do.
Exactly.
Like he has two like dedicated switch-ins on that.
It's the most expendable member of
Yeah,
the team.
like out of everyone, like you don't need Marowak. Yeah,
Right, he only would use it for the Whimsicott, right?
yeah.
Um,
Possibly the Golbat.
I mean, he definitely hits hard still, but
He hits hard, but with a wall like Melodic on the enemy team,
yeah.
That is true.
yeah. So
I mean, Milotic and also Dracovish also quad resisted
yes,
that Dragon Water. But I mean, Shadow Ball hits everybody. Shadow Ball goes stupid, you know.
Poltergeist.
Who's taking a banded Shadow Ball? Nobody.
Poltergeist?
Nobody.
I'm not saying he's banded or Poltergeist, right? I'm saying Shadow Ball, Poltergeist. Thank you. It hits
No.
even harder than the Shadow Ball. So I mean, like, who's taking
But
a
he's
thick
so
club?
But he's
Who's
so slow. They're gonna live one.
All right, and then you switch out. Listen, all I know is that
Oh, yeah,
based off
okay.
the photo, it appears Southside got smoked. I'm kind of lit right now, so I don't remember what exactly happened in this battle. So can we roll some clips, please?
Yes, we're gonna roll some additional clips. So here the Melodic comes in on
After Lender's
a
getting
flip
burned.
turn.
Not
Alright.
salad.
So it tanks it for days, and now Southside is gonna switch in on the Among Us, and then something will happen. You know what it is?
My Lottie
Um,
gets paralyzed
Exactly, by the effect spore on the Among Us.
by effect spore, not regenerator.
Okay, so my thing is, ooh, flips. I like that flip turn. Now my thing is, so he was probably always gonna go Among Us here. I didn't really see the moveset of the Milotic. Was it carrying Ice Beam?
No.
I don't think so.
Ice Beam would have been really good. I mean, it
Yeah,
hits the
matchup.
Shogun, it hits the Mungus, and of course, it's quite effective to the Lander. So, Ice Beam would have been pretty solid there, bro. But Flip Turn was good too. Flip Turn was good. It just got your Melodic paralyzed.
But
But
I just wanted
My
to
side is
focus
2020.
on the Among Us.
okay.
Running Regenerator, running Effect Spore, how do you feel about that in this
Oh,
match?
that's a great point. That is actually a
Yeah.
good point.
He wasn't
I mean,
regenerator at that point.
he wasn't regenerated. Well, he wasn't regenerated at all.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, maybe his thought process was to get it off on the Dracovish to get a paralysis or something on the
I can see
Dracovish.
that being the play, like him switching in on Dracovish and then hoping
Right.
that he like gets the effect spore, which is only what a 33% chance, I believe.
It would, Braves did mention that it was a last resort thing because he didn't have anything better for the Dracovish.
Oh yeah, he
but-
did say that.
If it was me in this battle, I would have run Among Us, defensive, Rocky Helmet, Regenerator.
Mm.
That is also pretty solid.
And if it would, if he would have run that, the Whimsicott couldn't freely U-turn on it. The amount of chip that the Whimsicott would have got, the amount of chip that the Arcanine also would have got, would have been great.
Like
this match.
it would have been like crazy. They wouldn't have been able to like just freely hit the Among Us.
Yes, exactly.
You know.
And he had the Black
true.
Sludge to
That is
regenerate,
true.
and he could have regenerated with the Regenerator. Whoa. But yeah, I
you said,
just
I mean-
thought that the effect Spore Among Us with the Black Sludge, I didn't like it, personally.
Just flat out, I didn't.
That was terrible, bro. That was terrible.
I can say that because by now
It
I
was
have
bad.
a degree of confidence with Braves to say that.
Bro, watch next time he's on your show. Watch what he's gonna say. So, I remember what you said about Among Us. I mean, but Squid is making valid points. I mean, like I said, okay, so, and I guess during prep, like you said, was a last resort. Thought process, in theory, I'm talking about from Southside point of view.
Yes.
The set he ran, in theory, sounds pretty solid, especially if he gets the if he gets the paralysis.
Yeah, if he gets that.
So, effect Spore is poison, sleep, or paralysis, right? It's not burn.
Yes.
So, to be honest, he's probably aiming for the sleep or the paralysis. Is probably the most ideal one's the paralysis.
I'd
In
argue
theory, it sounds
it's
good, but
it's too hexy.
I was gonna say it's too, because like I said, he probably is aiming for the paralysis. Sleep is, I guess, decent. So I guess what I was gonna say is it's too, not risky is not the word. It's too
Reliable.
you're too dependent.
Reliable.
Yeah, he needs the exact right one. Where your set Squid, what you would have ran is a lot more concrete and solid and reliable. That's what I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And onwards to the next clip. It's actually the clip of the Mew setting up. Did you see that part?
Among Us isn't looking too good this battle.
All right. So
Oh, I remember this. Okay, so he knew that he always switched in Landers on Arcanine. So my man's Cerulean City Mewtwo's, he switched in the Adrenaline Orb Mew on an Intimidate. And when you get intimidated, it raises your speed. So that was nice. I like that.
That's
That was
beautiful prep. That is
Yeah.
beautiful prep.
Cool. Yeah, let me write that down.
no,
Yo,
it's
that's crazy.
really
That's
good.
beautiful.
I used it once because I had the Raikou that in my team and I wanted to face a Landorus, and I also used the Adrenaline Orb to outspeed it. Yeah, it's something that people often forget.
That's
and
nice.
it can
That is
do
nice.
wonders.
I think
But-
it was pretty questionable for Southside to go for a knockoff after seeing the Adrenaline Orb pop off.
Yes, that's
Very
also a point
questionable.
that I
Very
wanted to make.
questionable.
And he went to for the fly, and the optimal play actually would have been Earthquake twice there.
Yes.
Yes, I agree, I agree.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
But to be honest, yeah, you just did a quick Earthquake Southside, and your Among Us set was terrible.
I
Yes,
didn't
because
say it was
why didn't you
terrible. I
not-
said that I didn't like it. It's different.
Why did you knock the Mew after seeing it had no item, and then you went for the less effective stab move? Well, the less
man.
base power stab move.
All right. So about the crit on the
2
Mew,
turns.
what do you guys have to say to that?
Say that again.
The crit
The crit.
Aqua Jet?
The crit Aqua Jet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Mew was dying no matter what.
I think
no,
Mew was
it was
dying
not.
no matter what. It's
was
huge
not.
power, was it not?
You mean
It was living a huge
product.
power Aqua Jet?
adaptability?
Adaptability. Yeah, my fault.
It lived that one, but
It did?
afterwards the Zoomeril came in and clicked Aqua Jet 2, and it would have
Oh.
died.
Oh yes. That's what I was thinking of. I think Azumarill would have been a better hit to Aqua Jet there.
Actually, I think the Crodent was the better one. The first
Wait, no,
time.
wait. He used Aqua. Wait, he used Azumarill to Aqua Jet.
No, he used Crodent.
Yes.
So he used Crodent to Aqua Jet. The Mew was roughly at half HP.
Like half, yeah.
and the Aquajet critted, and because of that, Mew died.
So you're saying that without the crit,
Without
Mew
the
would've
crit,
lived?
Mew would have
Oh
lived.
man, I overestimate Crawdon. Yikes! You're not looking
no,
too
you
good for me right now.
underestimated Mew's bulk.
Oh, the defense.
Yes, it's 100 all around, so
Oh yeah,
it
100.
doesn't die that easily.
Okay, I can see that.
All right, and
So another risky play by the Nashville Needle Kings. That's what we're just chalking it up to.
but
Hey,
the
man,
thing
you
is, at
risk it
that
for
point of the
biscuit
battle,
sometimes.
it's the better play that they had.
Okay.
All right, so we're moving on to the late part of the battle,
Hey,
and I think
Shogun.
this is the most beautiful part of Luke Harry's prep. So he has a haze on the Golbat and a haze on the Milotic.
Man said nothing is setting up.
He has double haze.
Nothing is setting up.
Yeah, and at first glance you look and think, but why does he need double haze? But the thing is, he actually needed double haze in this battle.
And that was I don't know why he ran it. I guess for the Azumarill, and like you said, you just chalk it up to great prep.
Probably for the Azumarill, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, this thing, like both of them were just answers to the Azumarill in case something went wrong, and then just hazing both of them. I mean, haze on both his mons, just like great prep.
Yes. Hats off to Mr. Luke Harry there.
And how many kills did Dracovish get?
I think it was 3.
3.
Yes.
Sheesh.
What is he in the standings right now? What's his record? 2-1.
2-1.
I believe he's 2-1 right now.
Two and one now.
Both these teams are now 2-1.
Okay, okay.
So we're gonna move on then to the next battle, and the next battle is the Brisbane Rillaboomers versus the Hellblaze Volcaronas.
I'd like to take this match because I did speak to Justin, I believe.
Yes, I think.
Well, it's just JH, but I wasn't sure if it was Justin.
Yes.
Yeah, shouts out to the Brisbane Rillaboomers. I just want to say, just like how Arrtz was complimenting Sally Mumble, you know, Just Lucas, another great battler, you know, his prep, the way he plays, man, he's a good battler. What can I say? I'm looking forward to hopefully playing against him. I'd have to stomp everybody else, but
I
other
was
than
gonna
that,
say that because to play Lucas, you have to get to the finals.
yeah. So I have to like
Yeah,
run
play.
over everyone.
Oh wow.
All right.
And just looking at like the matchup, it was definitely like an uphill battle for the Brisbane Rillaboomers, and then on top of that, in the video, you could see Justin, you know, visually getting upset, and you know the way he was talking in the battle, he definitely lost confidence in you know the way he battled, just like he did the week prior. And I just want to say that you're not out until, you know, the last mon dies. You know, there's always a way to come back, and you just got to look for that win con. Even though, like you said, sometimes you make mistakes in the battle and like they're recoverable, like me keeping Cinder Scorch in on Drudigan. But you know, there's ways where you could come back, and I think he gave up on, you know, his battle before when it was definitely still like winnable.
It's one of those cases where I think he lost more to himself rather than Lucas.
Right.
Yo, I remember this battle actually. I was on the train going to work, right? And I believe, hold up, this is, hold on, it's coming back to me.
This is
It's coming-
Entei
yes.
just sitting on the
Yes.
field.
Yes, but no. There was one thing, and I think it was with, is it this battle? There was something that happened with the Dragapult. I think it was, no. The Dragapult, was it?
Yes.
I don't remember. Nah, carry on. Don't remember.
All right, so I was just rolling the clip because the Entei just sat on the field for days, and Justin didn't have a really good answer for it.
Yes, he did not. And then
He has a Zygarde right there. What you mean?
But the Zygarde doesn't switch on the.
Oh, it doesn't
Entei.
switch in on it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's a dragon type. It resists a fire move.
Yeah, it
But
does
it gets
resist.
burnt.
Hey, it's only a 50% chance. Hey,
Only.
we seen
50%.
Southside risking it for the biscuit. We all gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes, bro.
That's kind of
Switching that Zygarde, bro. He has a dragon ground type. I know the ground type, but it's still a dragon type, and he also has a water rock type, bro. Hey, okay, there it goes right there. Make the switches, bro. I'm trying to remember. If I remember correctly, I remember watching this battle. I think something happened with Dragapult. That's present, or was it Dragapult that cleaned up?
Yes.
I think Dragapult cleaned up, right?
Well, kind of, yes. Yeah,
Dragapult
pretty
and,
much.
Double.
And double.
And double, right. Okay.
Yeah, as Arrtz is saying, in the clips, I think he was just a little too hesitant to go into Zygarde. Is Zygarde slower than Entei? Am I missing something?
And
Zygarde, I believe, is base. Is it a base 100? 95?
Something. And ooh, I gotta search that actually. I don't know by heart.
Yeah. Oh, Entei is 100. Yeah. He's slower. Yeah. So
The thing
like
is,
you said,
really, in his
Yeah,
case,
Entei's like
I really
base-
didn't
Entei
want
takes like 105.
to risk the burn. Also,
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you said, that Entei stood on the field for way too long, and like Justin said, you know, his best answer to it was to go Araquanid and click liquidation, and it was kind of tough for him to do that with the rocks being up. I remember that because he couldn't just bring it in on a sack and just playing around that. It was a tough battle.
speaking
It was-
about
it was a tough
Araquanid,
battle.
I just wanted to mention this. So Araquanid's item, you remember what it was?
Life Orb, right?
Yes. Life Orb with Infestation.
Hey man, the residual damage every turn is gonna hit harder because of life orb, you know.
I think he could have had a better item on Araquanid. I was surprised he also switched out on the Mr. Rhyme, being that Araquanid's special defense is
Freeze Dry.
kind of through the roof. But freeze dry is super effective. But does that just OHKO it from the
Probably not.
where it was?
Probably not.
Say it again.
He didn't want to
Rhyme.
keep Mr. Rhyme. Yeah, Mr. Rhyme freeze dry, like specs freeze dry. Let's say
You're talking about on the Araquanid?
yes.
Yes.
I don't think it kills.
Well,
Araquanid's special defense is through the roof.
But
Yeah,
the Arachnid would have been revenged by the Entei then.
Ooh, actually, yeah, it actually does 83 to 98
Oh my
on
god,
like
baby.
on like half HP. Yikes!
Yikes. That is a yikes.
Yes, so I don't mind him switching out, but I feel like Leech Life would have been better play there.
Good to have.
I mean, if you have Life Orb, you want to hit hard the few times you are attacking. So Infestation being so low on power, I was not a fan.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're saying it's just not worth to have such a low base of power attack when you're going to
Exactly.
be taking 1/10 of your health when you click the move.
Yes.
You know, I believe his plan was to trap the Skarmory though. I believe he wanted to infest the Skarmory if it wanted to set up, and then him just kill it back with a liquidation. I believe he did say that killed.
If he set up the RN defense, I don't think it would have done that.
Oof. Oh yeah, because it was Iron Defense body
Yes.
press, right?
Yes.
Hey man, maybe it was just to break us a sturdy. Who knows, bro?
It actually wasn't even. No, it could have been sturdy because
It
we
wasn't
weren't
weak
sure.
armor?
Was it?
You think it was keen eye?
He was sturdy.
He was sturdy,
sturdy.
right?
He's
But
definitely sturdy.
when the Rotom hit it with an overheat, it died.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he was saying maybe it was like 1 HP short of being full.
I don't know.
Although,
I
like
don't
when you look at
remember.
it, well, like Lucas doesn't have the his side up, so we wouldn't know. I
Yeah,
believe
Lucas,
he-
get that side up, bro.
Oh,
right
he
here.
wasn't- I
That's
think,
that
I
up,
think he
bro.
wasn't full
Okay.
after the roost.
Nah, yeah, he wasn't full. He wasn't full.
Yeah, but about that clip, what do you guys think about the eject pack?
I didn't like. He was Dragon Dance eject packed, right?
Yes.
He was. He would like
As Justin, having used eject pack before on a setup mon, it's not ideal because the enemy just comes in and defogs, and you're basically ejected out of there.
And you're out.
Yes.
I wanted to try to say something, but like I couldn't actually.
But the thing is, that play could also backfired pretty hard.
Real tech right there.
Because he switched in the Rotom, and imagine that the Calamari decides to body press that
Body
turn.
press on that turn. Yeah,
That's a
now
dead
Rotom
Rotom
is-
and the Calamari sweep that right there.
Yeah. I mean, like you said though, you know, him being in his mindset, he wasn't, I guess, you know, playing the best.
Yes.
But like we're just going over definitely plays that would have helped, you know.
Exactly. So we're also giving everyone opportunity to improve. That's why we're running through the battles also.
Right. Which I gotta say though, in general, everyone's doing a pretty solid job, regardless of the record.
All right.
There's some tough matchups though.
Yes, there are some tough matchups. And basically here we're just seeing the rest of the battle with the double just cleaning up.
Because he whoa. Oh, I was gonna say he set up the trick room for the double, but double
No.
was faster than Rotom.
Double is really fast, actually.
Really? What the
Yes, it's faster than you think, probably.
heck? Yes, most definitely. Oh, 88. That's pretty quick.
Yes.
So double space speed is 88. What the heck?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
it
a
looks
lot
like
faster
it-
than people think.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's solid.
in the battle, I think that Justin could have utilized Rotom more, like just coming in and clicking overheat if you know, he got the chance to, because you can't really you could only switch in so many times on a Rotom overheat, you know. Especially
Quagsire
with him
says hi.
hitting- Oh, well, oh yeah, and then he just recovers. But now you have a Quagsire in, and you have things like Trevenant. Oh, I believe that's all he had. Hey
Yes.
man, watch out for the Specs Rotom.
All right.
Fat.
So,
Shout out to both these coaches though. It was a good battle.